$162,281.
I didn't think we'd see an 8.
By my count, that's 132,000 more than last year.
Yeah. Right?
I didn't think we'd see an 8 as the first digit.
No.
In 2000 and so Desert Bus 10, we made $695. And it was the most that we've ever made.
$695,000.
$695,000. It was the most money we've ever made, and we were blown away. It was a big year, obviously. Desert Bus 10. It was a heck of a thing. And then the next year, we dropped. We did it. We finally, something we had always known was coming, was someday, sooner or later, we were going to make less money one year than we did the year before. And it happened in Desert Bus at the moon base in 2017. We made 40,000 less, and we were so happy. Yeah. It finally happened. We're free. We can relax. And then the next year, last year, we came back and went up by like 8. I have a mic on. Okay. That should be good. And we went up to $730,000, and we were all like, "Wait, what?" Like, I thought we were okay. And then for sure this year, coming in, I honestly had I had no expectations. I knew it was just going to be another great year. Closer to the end of the run, I was guessing maybe like 780, 790, but not 862,281. We're only like 17 and a half away from the next. Oh, I'm scared for next year.
Not even 17 and a half.
Yeah.
We're now 17-1.
So this is the organizing committee. This event does not exist without the people on the stage, as well as Paul and Kathleen, who could not be with us tonight. We miss you guys. We love you guys. We don't need to sit here and talk about ourselves. We have so many people to talk and thank and bring on the stage and show off. But I just want to thank everybody here who put in tremendous amounts of work over the last year. This wouldn't be possible without all of you, so thank you. Thank you. I really quickly want to give a shout out to Jaime, who once again has donated this space. That was a friend of Andrew's he put me in touch with last year. And we've now had, for the first time since Desert Bus 7, Desert Bus in the same space, and you cannot begin to imagine how incredible that has been. After years of moving, year after year after year, being back in the same place, even if it's not exactly the same spot, just knowing the lay of the land, I think was an enormous help in the setup. We have never been so on top of getting this space ready than we have this year. And I'm sure Johnny can obviously talk about that and thank all of his great team for helping us get there. I also want to thank Baron. Baron is the building manager. He's such a great guy. And he helped me, obviously. He got me the keys. He worked with the alarm company to make sure that we weren't going to get wrung out of here. He was great, and I really appreciate all of his help. I want to, if you're watching, people who work in this building, we're sorry. It's all we'll be back tomorrow, but we're going to be cleaning, so we'll be quieter. There'll be less dancing and screaming. But when you come back on Monday, it'll be like we were never here.
Can you imagine like going to work every day and having to put up with us, and then going home is like, let's see what they're doing now.
Yeah. What are they doing in my building?
They'll miss us.
Yeah, it's more of a security thing than them actually being excited for us.
And I want to just double check my card so I don't make
This is
sure.
everyone you have written down.
That's perfect. Then I will move on. Let's go. Who do we want to start with? Let's go from the top.
That's Serge.
Serge.
Yeah, what's up?
Serge to the performance. You don't need to.
All right, I have the performance mic. I don't have to stand in the middle. We'll leave the middle to the important people. Hi, I'm Serge. I'm the food coordinator. I also help organize all the site volunteers and do a little bit of venue management. It's kind of weird. I wear a bunch of weird different hats. I want to start off by thanking the site volunteers, which a lot of people think is a thankless job. It is one of the most important jobs. They are the people, they are the glue that hold this all together. And we could not do this without them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know who's here because it's late. Some people went home, but could Colin, Alex Morgan, Rob, Pete, and Logan please come to the stage?
Hey.
I don't see. Did Peter go home?
I know
No,
he's
Peter's just delivering some more.
Peter's currently still working? This is your time to shine.
well, we were still all working in the kitchen when we heard you sound.
They kicked him out of comms.
The team does well.
So while I was sitting out here like a no talent bum, these wonderful people were still working their butts off.
Some talent bomb.
As a media, yeah. Thank you, everybody. So, cheers. I don't have my drink.
Hey.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, site volunteers. All right, now switch.
That does not mix with the Ricola.
No, it doesn't. I got rid of it quickly because it's bad.
Oh, I'm gonna keep toasting.
You guys
So-
might not want to sit down because you'll have to get down and get up again over and over.
Next up,
Keep me down.
I'd like to thank my site managers. So we have Paxton in the morning, who's probably not here because the hours are not great, and then we have Sarah doing this job for the first time this year, which is a big role to fill. So thank you for that, and Brett. You take center stage.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you very much. The site managers are responsible for making sure that at an even higher level nothing falls apart. So thank you for your vigilance and for all the hard work you've done. Cheers, friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate how much of your team coordinated to wear the shirt today.
You have to. It's the uniform.
Another role that I manage that we've lovingly called the executive gopher. Would Emily and Rec please come out? Now Emily, of course, left for the day.
Emily had to go home, yeah.
So Rec will take a solo bow. Team order. Thank you as well. The executive gophers live outside of the structure of the shifts. And they exist to pick up things when we need them or drop people off or just basically shepherd people and items around. So thank you very much, friend.
They've also been doing my mail runs and I super appreciate it.
It's a hard-
prizes left here.
It's a hard job to define because they exist to fill in the cracks of all the things that we forget. And we forget lots. So cheers, friends. Thank you and good night, Emily and Thomas. I want to say a thank you to the official Desert Bus for Hope massage therapist, which is a thing that exists now.
Yeah.
So holy moly to that. And I'm assuming Kristen is also asleep.
Yep.
So thank you to her. All right, now let's get the food stuff. I'll move a little bit faster. I want to say a huge thank you to catering this year, which was to catering, in particular to David, who was my correspondent for that. We had a lot of bizarre requests and allergies, and I was like, hey, can you cancel dinner on this night because I have hamburgers coming in? And they're always like, yes, and I didn't even make it difficult for me, so thank you. I want to thank our food and drink sponsors. Shout out to Fernwood Coffee, official sponsor of Coffee Pong, and also the reason that I personally am able to be awake at 1 in the morning. Thank you to Jagasilk for tea, for the presentation, for the prizes, everything there. And thank you to Cenote, who's going to be providing nachos to a party to be announced later. And I also want to say thank you to individuals who coordinated with me to get food to us during the run. Thank you to Rocky Mountain Cookies for the wonderful cookies with the drawings on them, always lovely. Thank you to the Burger Squad. There are a lot of you.
Cheeseburger.
Thank you to all the people who play Destiny with all that. I have too many to name, unfortunately. I want to thank Katrina Keller for the charcuterie platter. I want to thank Trevor and Shushu Charcuterie for more charcuterie. Defrost, thank you for the cakes. And Sergey Thorian, thank you very, very much for the tea party. That's what I got, friends. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me do this every year.
Yay.
I can passing this to.
Ashton. Ashton's next.
Go.
Where's Ashton?
There.
Oh, sorry.
Lights.
And that's right.
Every time. I have a large number of people to thank, so I'm
But
just
the mic,
going to get...
the mic has to be at
I have a
yeah,
large
yeah,
number
there
of
you
people
go.
to thank. I'm distracted by the large number. That's why I'm bringing the mic. So I'm just going to jump right in. Our video strike team, always incredibly fast, massive amounts of documentation and archiving,
Yeah.
and a large number of people go into making everything you see at vst.ninja. There is a lot. You could spend a day scrubbing through there and
Hey. Take you. I mean, it would take you at least
it would,
as long.
it would
as,
take you a while.
Take you at least as long as every desert bus they have fully archived.
Yes, but there is a ton of information on there we use during the run. It's fun to look at it after the run for showing people, especially things like the poster map, which is a massive amount of time I know they put into it, into every poster every year. It is incredibly helpful. I am going to run down this giant list of them, and you are going to listen to that from my mouth down. VST, hardware and software providers, Anubis 169, Crusher, DLM Suite, Ekim, Master Gunner, and SOCAR. The VST shift supervisors and sometimes video editors, Amative 1, Bill the Cat, Crusher, Dicey, Ekim, Jalen Beatty, Kid Roar, SOCAR, and Woken Click. The Supercut editors, Elemental Alchemist and Rubik. Video editors, Katiri, Erudite, Jills, Jace Greywood, Moatman, Rar, Sense Amidst Madness, and all of the spreadsheeters. Two Steps, Adam J. Ford, Admiral Matt, Betsy, Brainstew, Bubba 0077, Busted, Diggy, Dobby Crockett, Feely, Fireflower 18, HP Braincase, Hubking, Caleb, Lady, I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly, Lady Aluros, Lord Zorano, Lunic 1, Okay We Live Here Now, Merrick, Noi2222, Ryson, Ruckdock, Shark Hero 08, Snow Cookies, Starlit Ghost, Steam Castle, Tel Noir, Thinks Too Much, Tired, Nial, Sunlight, Witch Doctor Natalie, Rexadecimal, Cyanide, Zelda Zatch. Thank you to all of you. We appreciate all the work you put in. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon! Ben, you're great. I love you, Ben.
Proud of y'all.
Thank you so much for all the work you put in every year. It is very much appreciated. Your moderators. You don't need me to tell you how great mods are every year. On the mods are just quick and decisive with getting people with ill intent off of your screen. They're also incredibly thoughtful and collaborative. It's a joy to watch them work together in the Slack channel every year. They give a massive amount of thought to and discussion to every potentially harsh decision that is made, and if they actually accidentally make a mistake, they're quick to correct that and apologize for that. They're all wonderful people. I enjoy hanging out the little that I get to in their channels during the year. These are your moderators. Addy Pie, Admiral Mamo, Amative 1, Anubis 169, Arclight Dynamo, Caffeinated Lemur, Countler Hats, Defrost, Dix, Foxmar 320, G-Dwarf, Kanoki 2, just that. Lady Atarka, Lammower, Lord Hosk, Mr. Flip, Omega Laron, Raven, Rebellious Uno, Sarah Serinde, The Ocean Who Subbed, TXC2, and Valkyrie Lemons. Thank you so much. I can see the chat is praising your names as well, as they should. Thank you.
Chat, you're breaking the rules. You're posting more than 7 emotes at once.
The ban was lifted at this moment.
They lifted the emote ban.
Oh, that's...
I imagine they'll be putting it back into place momentarily.
Now they're drunk with power, is what you're telling me.
Thank you. People in person. Who is in my immediate eye shot? Joe, are you visible? I don't think so. There he is. Okay. I figured everyone would be in engineering. Joe has put in a bunch of work on the shipping app last year and this year. He makes shipping's job way easier. Yeah. Shout out from shipping. Yeah. He's quick to jump on problems. If he sees something that can be improved, he does it immediately without even needing anybody needing to ask him. He just does it. It's like, here's the thing for you. This is great. and we appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Joe. Tim, who is over there, he's doing comms this year, but during the year when he's not doing comms, he's done a bunch of tech work.
Yeah.
A lot this year, actually. Come here, Tim.
Get out here.
But he's done a bunch of work getting the new admin system set up and like the
So
maintenance of
good.
the old system. It's been great to have someone who has the time, the skill, and the ability to work on something throughout the year when a lot of us don't have the time to. And we appreciate all the work, Tim. It's been incredible. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Mike Booland in the back. Mike is returning. Obviously, he's in the back
Mike.
over there. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Mike quietly does his thing in the back a lot of the time. I don't know how much he's been seen this year, but he has been felt on our side. Mine and Chris's especially, when we don't have to be awake for 24 hours a day. There you go. It's wonderful to just have someone who is good at their job and just you don't have to think about it. You just know it's going to get done and it's going to get done well. Thank you, Mike, for taking on all of the back end work this year, overnights. Thank you. Who do I got left? No, I think that's it. Stand up, Chris. Stand up.
Yeah.
Chris, we were going to do less work this year on the back-end system, the administration system, but Chris, Tim was helping out Chris with a bunch of stuff, but Chris rewrote the entire admin system, and a few weeks before the run, he's like, "Here, it's done," and it's I'm sure everybody here can tell you
It's unreal how good it is.
ages. Y'all don't need me to tell you how awesome Chris is.
Also, he added that goose thing because I was like,
Yeah.
on like Thursday, I was like, wouldn't this be funny?
Would this thing be funny? Let's
goose
do that thing.
The
There's a lot of goose
paper, the goose
Yeah, the
achievements
paper cross-out
checklist.
thing.
Yeah.
Choice.
Anyway,
Thank Chris.
Chris has been.
Yes!
But Chris and I, over the years, have it's not really a like I'm supervising Chris role. It's a we've been collaborating over the years. It's like it's very easily a partnership and a wonderful thing that has developed over the years. And I can. I love this band. But yeah, Chris has been incredible over the years. I'm sure everybody here will echo that if you ever ask them. But yeah, it's another one of those things where it's you don't have to worry about anything that's being done. It just gets done, and it gets done well. And it's nice to have a partner that you can do that with.
He's great!
Chris is great.
Yay, Chris!
Now get out of here. And just a personal thank you for me to my partner Kara, having to put up with me over Desert Bus time. I know it's not always easy when I disappear for days at a time to work on stuff, and it's nice to have you not kidding. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You're awesome and I love you.
Hooray!
And a special thank you to Andrew, who has been coordinating so much of the tech work this year in my absence when I wasn't able to. He's put so much work and time into scheduling all of the stuff that has been done this year, and I appreciate it greatly. Thank you.
Hooray!
You're my favorite.
Johnny!
Who's next?
That's me.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the other room.
Goodbye.
Bye. See you guys. See you suckers later. Okay, so as you probably now that I've got the monitor. Sorry, guys. So as you probably know, this year we made quite a large change to the entire show by switching off of a driver-focused. Switching off driver focus to switch to entertainment shifts, and we decided that to go along with that we would also switch our broadcast engineers to line up with that, which was a bit of a problem because we had 6 broadcast engineers and 4 shifts. And so we decided to go to 8. And so there was a lot of changes. But we had 6 of our broadcast engineers return, so we had to bring in 2 new people. You just cut off my mic. No, you just cut it off here. So you wouldn't hear it. You just made this, like, you made this guru face.
My bad.
You made this guru face, and then you're like,
my job over here.
You're like, haha. Anyway, I want to my team was amazing this year, and I think I can't imagine any year that has gone smoother than this technology-wise. We were given opportunities to do more goofs and less fixing broken stuff than I think any other year, and there's a bunch of reasons for that. Where did I just put my phone down? Oh, in my pocket.
Are you getting a call?
No, I'm getting the list.
Stop yelling at Johnny. That's my job.
Okay, so I just want to talk about how at the very beginning of the run, so James mentioned this on stream a little earlier on, he and I came in on October 31st to start working on Desert Bus in this location, and a bunch of people came by to help with that, but Desert Bus for us didn't start the second week of November. It started back on Halloween. Well, obviously, we were planning before that, but I mean, like, the venue didn't start till then, but we did a lot of work, and we did it faster than we've ever done before. And I want to, just before thanking people on my team, I really want to do a thank you to the entire Loading Ready Run crew, who not only did an amazing job of getting all of their stuff taken down, but delivered here into the venue. So we had access to equipment earlier than we've ever had before, and I think that was a major factor to why we were able to get done so early, troubleshoot problems before they became problems that were on the run, and do more fun things before things started. But I want to specifically, on my team, thank Ben for all of his amazing work on lighting and sound setup beforehand, and Corey for not only helping Ben with everything that in before, but coming up with a new system for managing the lighting and programming all of that. Did an amazing job of that. You guys worked so well together and got that stuff done so quickly, and did a great job. I also want to do a special shout out to Map, who was here with me for the whole time, every day, working on pretty much everything else in tech, and created a whole bunch of new stuff that we hadn't had before that just made our lives incredibly so much better. I also want to thank Paul, who can't be here today because he's still, he's a wonderful mensch and doesn't want to get us all sick, even though I'm sure he would love to be here. Well, he'd probably be too tired, but yeah, Paul did a lot of work at the beginning as well. The team I had this year was just great, not only from returning people, but brand new people. Everyone worked so well together, worked so hard. I want to also thank Joe. You're still here, Joe. Well, I thought you just leave. I want to thank Joe for all of his hard work on the team and your comedy. I want to thank Sean for not only his work on this, but his work I'm sure Ian's going to bring up about the button. I want to thank Pix, who is brand new to the team, who is just gets on camera for a little bit, who got right into the swing of things very quickly, but also did a bunch of cool graphics for us. And I want to thank Boomer, who is new to this as well, and got into it very, very quickly and figured out how to do stuff on a very challenging shift of Zeta. And everyone did such a great job. I also want to thank Sarah, who we forced to drink a Wayne Gretzky, which is 9 sugars and 9 creams in coffee. And she's dead.
What?
Desert bus killed her.
You're describing a milkshake.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
In Dawnguard's
Thank you for
defense,
what
it
you
was
did
her
for
idea.
us. I also thank you to everyone on my team. Thank you. You all worked so hard and you did such a great job. I also want to thank Vancouver Island University, who paid me to be here, which is amazing. Every year they give me time off to come here and do this amazing thing.
Sorry, man. It's just Johnny.
Yeah, sorry, they don't pay you guys.
Oh, it's okay. We're on salary now.
Yeah.
Paycheck beads.
And I also want to do a special shout out to to Adam from VIU, who helped and came and helped us build the whole network here, and he did that on Halloween. And he's like, I've got a cruise tomorrow, but I'll come down to Victoria to build a network for you on Halloween. So that was very great. And that's everyone I got. Thank you so much. Cheers to the broadcast team.
Cheers.
Yeah, broadcast!
Yay! All right, next up we've got Erica.
Yay!
Bring me my mic.
Johnny,
Mike 5.
Johnny, Mike 5.
No, I have Mike 5.
Wasn't me who said that, chat.
That was me. I'll own up to
Hey,
it.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please don't. It's all fine.
That's why they're sealed.
It's fine.
Paper
Can
towel?
I get Ashley, Alex, Alistair, and Joe up to the stage, please?
Joe is not here.
Yes, Joe is not here. Joe is probably sleeping because she is a wise woman. Get up. Center stage.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay!
Be recognized.
So I have a very small but mighty team. Alex and Alistair are both new volunteers this year, and they caught on incredibly quickly. And Ashley and Joe were great with helping them out. Helped me out a lot. They were my rocks in the morning and evening, and were doing things before I even asked them to do it, or even if I knew it needed to be done. Ashley in particular has been great, helping me step into this role because I had a lot to learn over this year, and it's been a big thing. But you have all been great, and it's an amazing team to work with, and there's like 5 prizes left in this building. It's fantastic. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Yay!
You did great.
Yay!
And now, I would also like to thank a couple other people. Ian, would like to help write some of the prize descriptions. I'd also especially like to thank Beej for handling all of the receiving for Loading Ready Run over the course of the year as prizes were coming in, and keeping everything organized and sacrificing Loading Ready Run's prop room.
He's got a weird relationship with the staff at the post office now.
Oh,
We
probably.
all know each other by name. You did great.
Yeah. I'd also like to thank all of our corporate sponsors who gave prizes this year. They were all amazing to work with. A lot of them like fixing problems and sending out stuff under pretty tight time constraints after shipping mishaps or mispicks at the warehouse and things like that. I'd also like to thank all of our craft along participants who are just an amazing group of people to work with. They put in so much of their own time and money and skill to make just unbelievably high quality products. And they're just, the stuff that they produce is amazing, and I don't even know how to describe, goodbye Ben, what it is like to work with them. I think that's it for me. I'd also just like to thank all of the rest of the members of the organizing committee for helping me out and helping me transition into this role, because this was a lot to take on, and you guys helped me out a lot. So thank you all.
Erica. Matt.
All right. I have a lab, so I should be okay. Plus, I only have 2 hands, so we're going to have to work with it. Alrighty, so we had a mighty crop of guests this year, and I would like to send out some thank yous to any and all of them. So, starting out with our on-site guests, I would like to thank Eric Blandon, Kirsten Carlisle, and Tabitha Sheehan of Child's Play. Also Dan Floyd, who came in for a couple of days. Mia Steinberg, who is here.
Hey! The final guest.
I figure everyone else is staying awake. At least I could do is stay awake too.
Yeah. Full desert.
Plus, who can sleep right now? I want to thank everyone here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be here. That wasn't for you. Sorry.
Thank you for being here, Tabby.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
Well, as long as you'll have me, I'll come
You
back.
adapted to this weirdness.
It's because I belong here.
Carrying on, we had Jeremy Petter and Tally Halka Petter in. Thank you also to Heather Derry.
Settle down there, Beach, all right? Soon enough.
Thank you to Andy Cowden and Maddie Sudabi. The absolutely undefatigatable Ken Stacy.
Yes.
Ian Jasek, thank you.
Ian.
Ben Wheeler, who you saw here for a couple of nights. Thank you to Ben.
Second best Lions player.
That's enough, huh?
Thank you also to Mike Selinker and Skylar Woodies of Lone Shark Games. Ash Vickers, who only stopped by for a little bit, but hopefully you got to see. Thank you, Ash. Additionally, we have Andre Von Sky, the Dogeman.
Isn't it Slyke? I think there's an L missing from your name.
There is.
Written it down there. It's
Sorry?
Andre Van Slyke.
Slyke.
Oh, well, there is.
There's a typo in the
Pardon
list.
me, there's a typo in my handwritten
Yes,
list.
and his close personal friend, the Dogeman.
And his close personal friend, the Dogeman. Thank you also to Alex Stacy for coming in, as well as Kate Watt.
Yeah.
And one final thank you to Seamus the dog for playing.
All our guests, the dog gets the biggest applause.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I got.
Because he's a good boy.
Furthermore, we have calls. Among our call-ins, we have Jerry Holkins, Phil Plate, Justin Travis, and Griffin McElroy, as well as their booking agent, Amanda Horter. Thank you for helping me book those good boys. We have Dr. Joseph Albietz. Thank you. We have Jen Bain and Trin Pierce of Jen and Trin. Thank you also to Mikey Newman. Always a pleasure to have you on. Additionally, Penn Jillette, and for the first time since Desert Bus 1, Teller himself. Thank you to Penn and Teller for their calls as well as their generous donations. And thank you to Glenn Alai, their booking agent, for helping me coordinate those calls. Finally, I have a few members of the crew that I'd like to thank. First up, I'd like to thank Dan Wu if he's here. I mean, I want to thank him whether he's here or not, but if he is here, I'd like him to come to the stage so that I can thank him.
Dan.
Dan? Is Dan here? No Dan. Okay, no Dan. I would also like to thank the crew in engineering for their great work getting our calls working, making sure that the tech we were using had the highest possible fidelity, and just making sure that those worked for us. You guys did great work in there. And finally, I'd like to thank Andrew. Andrew did a lot of work with me to get all the bios up on the website, to make sure that the information was correct and accurate, and just basically to keep my bus together over the end of the run. So I want to just throw out a big thank you to Andrew for helping to keep this ship sailing straight. he has put in a ton of work with everybody, I think, and it has been noticed. Additionally, I also want to thank Dale Friesen, who was not on my list solely because I didn't organize it. I went through everybody that I organized, but I missed Dale. So thank you also to Dale, and that, I think, wraps up all of my thank yous.
Yay!
Yeah, Drank.
Can I get the performance mic? I know I have a laugh, but I'm really trying to save my voice. I have a couple of people to thank. The one person in specific who's not here is our good friend and friend of Desert Bus, Steve Dengler, for providing the DB loons. Doubloons. Thank you, Steve. Hopefully you can come back and visit again next year. But now, in the de facto kind of entertainment lead, I would like to very much thank the stage friends, Matt and Max. Matt and Max make it, they sit just off camera there, and they make it so that Alpha Flight and Night Watch, which are two of the busier shifts, keep running smoothly, doing things, vetting challenges, keeping us on top of giveaways and things like that. So whenever you're in chat and going, they missed a giveaway, Matt and Max missed nothing. So thank you both so much for that.
Cheers to the stage friends.
Drink for the stage friends. And then just the entertainers in general. This is the first time we've codified it this way, of having like, these are the people who are the entertainers. And many of them are among the people you see here on the organizing committee. But not all of them. And so I want to shout out to Dawn Guard, which of course is Paul, who we wish could be here at the moment, James, Serge, and Liz for part of the run. Shout out Dawn Guard.
Yeah, Dawn Guard.
Alpha Flight, which of course is Andrew, Kathleen, Carrie. Is Carrie still here?
Yeah, Carrie.
Carrie. And Jacob, who has gone home to go to sleep.
Smart man.
There's the mark.
Yay, Alpha Flight.
Yay,
Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight. Night Watch, which was myself, Matt, Ian, and our adoptive night watchman, Jordan.
Night Watch.
And Zeta Shift, which was Beej, Cameron, who I don't know if he's here.
Gone home.
Cameron has gone home, and Corey Dickinson. Oh!
Yeah, Zeta.
Zeta Shift.
Yeah, Zeta.
And
blasting off again.
And speaking for Kathleen, who had to go home and is the volunteer coordinator, she just wanted to thank all the volunteers for being here and doing great stuff. And obviously, it's like the people that I want to thank for doing all the work I had to do, and the people that Kathleen wanted to thank for doing all the work that she had to do, is all the rest of the organizing committee for all. Turns out we all had a lot of interconnected tasks. So thanks, everybody. That's it for me.
Andrew.
Yeah, this guy did a lot.
I did a couple things, yeah. I'm not currently the head of any department. I just do a bunch of miscellaneous stuff and help out everybody. So I have a few folks to thank here, starting with everybody who helps out with the random dance party. Woo! I want to thank Ben for that in particular. I want to thank Jordan and Ben for working with me and being my team for the random dance party every year. Incredible work. I would like to thank very much both Ian and Sean for their incredible work producing the button itself. I would like very much to thank Kathleen for her advice as a senior advisor to the Random Dance Party team. I would like to thank a couple of folks over on the VST, in particular Kim for working with me for the cutter script, and Katiri the Fiery for cutting a lot of the clips. But everyone on the VST in general contributes, both in the sense of helping cut these clips, but also providing me with suggestions. Also, shout-outs to any volunteer or friend of the bus who filled out a suggestion in that suggestion sheet. I look at every single one of them. Moving from the dance party to one of my other things, I would like to extend a special shout-out to Colin As the official Desert Bus for Hope photographer, as I have officially retired and handed the reins off to him, he will be taking that department wherever he feels like.
Mexico!
Sure. Desert. Did you want to come out on camera, Colin? Yeah? Because you're
doing his job.
He spends a lot of time behind the camera.
Right now.
Yeah.
Take a selfie!
How does it feel to be on the other side of the lens?
Selfie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Colin created this year's photo book. Colin did like 95% of the photography last year and 100% of the photography this year. Thank you so much.
Here's the photos. Thanks, Colin.
It's been an absolute pleasure being part of the team now, and I want to say thank you so much, not only for bringing me on but putting so much trust into me. It's been an amazing time.
You're welcome. You've earned every bit of that trust, my friend.
Did Colin sleep at all? Yes, I did.
Thank you for checking. I also want to extend a special shout out to a couple of folks that I did a lot of the interacting with. That is Hosni Auji and Simon Ferrari over at AMC Networks as the developer and the publisher contact for Airplane Mode, which we demonstrated on Tuesday, a game inspired by Desert Bus itself there. I want to extend a thank you to every single person on the organizing committee and on the tech team who has tolerated my project management shenanigans. Because, I've been very organized. And I just wanted to extend one final special thank you on a personal note to my partners Sonia, Sandra, and Sarah, and to my dear friend Pat, all of whom have given me an incredible amount of support in the lead up to this run, and I appreciate them all very, very much. Thank you.
Graham, I understand you have something else?
Well, I just related on a similar vein to your last note. I was very clinical in how I wrote down my list about everything related to Desert Bus, and I didn't think about what happens in my life outside of Desert Bus, and it's tough with a now 4-year-old, and I just wanted to thank, Kathleen, obviously, we had to do some juggling to make it all work, but also big shout outs to my parents for watching Penelope overnight on the first night of the run and the night of the party. And to Sam and Serena and Kelly for looking after Penelope at various points on the run. So thanks, everybody.
Hooray! Really quickly, Deej and Ian, you didn't write anything down. Is there anything you would like to say?
You want to say anything?
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah! Perfect. Jordan!
And you know what? I want to take a second just also to thank Andrew. You talked about how much your project management has been a problem.
Ian agrees. All of you talked about how much of a problem it's been.
We're in the shape we are because of your whipping.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely. Andrew, when I called you out, I meant it. You truly have helped keep this bus on the road, and your contributions have been invaluable this year.
Thank you. I'm glad I can help.
All right, guess that's me. I'm going to do a lav because I have a laptop, and trying to do a performance mic is real tough there. Yeah, buckle up because I'm the comms lead. No, you can't do this right now. Okay. There it goes. He is grinning like a child. Oh, wow.
I wasn't sure when you were coming. I've had this since the second verse.
So, I've got one of the bigger teams on site, and I have a tendency to write, so buckle up. This was the first year in Medi that comms had all returning volunteers. A team of grizzled veterans skilled in the art of words and talk good. Then we gave Matt to the stage friend team. Thankfully for us, we were already ready with TQ, who stepped into a social media role after donating her time to the run last year. This meant that comms was ready with an all-star team to be on the pulse of all things Desert Bus for the year. They were so ready, in fact, that I was completely unnecessary in almost every way during the run. Otherwise known as the best problem to have. So now for the actual thank yous, I would love to first bring out the blog team of Steph, Tim, Nina, and Matthews. I have 3 out of 4. Nina has gone home because she's smart and she has class tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah, don't remind me. So we have Tim, who handled all of Alpha Flight and the ridiculous challenges. We had Matthews running the Zeta shift. Wow, you are so coordinated. I ruined this. And Steph running Dawn Guard, Nina taking Night Watch. Whether it was getting to laugh at their boss being photoshopped into horrible images, writing up dozens of sponsor thank yous, trolling the VST archives for shift recaps, or having to judge, sorry, 1 second here, 224 haikus.
My bad.
This team was ready to crush it. Thank you, everyone, for continuing to create a repository of all things Desert Bus for our community to enjoy year after year. Now get out!
Surge.
Wow, I got. That, of course, means it's time for the social media squad of Julie, TQ, Kelly, and PJ. Who I believe I have 3 or 4 again. TQ, we'd mentioned earlier, it's got some medical stuff and had to go and sleep doing the correct thing. So welcome Kelly, who handled all things Night Watch. We have Julie, who handled all things Dawn Guard, and we had Peach once again running the Zeta crew. Keeping track of one's social media account can be stressful in the best of times. Trust me, I do it for a living, as does several other people on this team. And I asked them all to manage 3. Which is why I'm always astounded at the incredible wit, joy, and exciting content that they're all able to bring to all of our Desert Bus channels, all while making sure that our community doesn't miss a single major event at Desert Bus. Except the horse joke. We definitely didn't want to tweet about that. So thank you all for your amazing ability to stay on the pulse of our event and for making fun of all of us when it's needed. And to the entire comms team for the post-it games, the chalk marker games, and the whiteboard games that continue to be the character of I don't even want to know. We love it all. Thank you, everybody. Now get out of here! Oh, come on!
Oh, I love it.
Wow, they are cackling in there. So next up, I'd like to thank Dan. This is where I'd be calling Dan up, but I believe we've already established that Dan went home like a smart person. Dan exists in an interesting place in communications. He is basically a department of one who works within comms to collect, collate, and be the contact for any news outlet that even mentions Desert Bus to make sure that we know and that we can promote that out to everybody. Dan works his contacts, endeavors to make new ones, sets up documents, create emergency procedures for all of Desert Bus, and make sure that we are accurately represented and they spell our name right. I wish I was kidding. So...
You got this.
Yep. Sorry.
I can dab on you for Dan if it'll help.
I'm so mad. So, as I mentioned, this team of veterans made me feel completely at ease as comms lead, especially as I stepped into it on my own this year. Which is why this next part gets a lot easier to say is what I wrote. That's not true. Sorry.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
They're coming to dab on you.
Hey Ben, can you play something goofy and not Sad Kingdom Hearts for a second? I'm not gonna get through it without it.
Stretch.
Yeah, no, that'll work. That'll be great. Thanks. I appreciate it. So comms is all about transparency and keeping ourselves and our community honest.
You asked for this.
Oh my God. So, this is the tough part, is that this year I've decided that this is my last year as part of the organizing committee and for doing the full run for at least a little bit. This doesn't mean that I'm stepping away from Desert Bus entirely, but it means that I am taking a break and pulling myself a little bit away from the event, which is a lot harder than I thought it would be right now. Ugh.
Am I helping?
You actually are. You really are.
I got you, dude.
Yo, Ben, you got this. Love it. Thank it.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, team. That is terrifying. Thankfully for everyone, both organizing committee, volunteers, and yourself, we already have a new comms director as of the end of this stream, which would be Andrew, hiding behind Leah.
It's me again.
Welcome. I approached Andrew a few months ago as I had come to the decision that the stresses of personal life were preventing me from doing the job that I want to do for Desert Bus, and someone else can step in and take this team to a whole new level, and I'm very excited for that. Andrew has been monitoring all of our comms communications and has been stepping in when he can in order to learn from comms, both from myself and from the amazing team that we have. And I'm super confident in his ability to continue to develop all of our amazing volunteers of DB Comms. Yeah, thanks chat for being such an amazing community to speak to and speak with, and I hope you welcome Andrew as kindly and passionately as you welcomed myself, Ash before me, and Kara before that. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my partner Regina, who kept me on the straight and narrow when everything got a little bit hectic in the last few months. So, thanks everybody.
Thank you so much to Jordan for leading such an incredible team and leaving this department in such an incredible place for me to start helping out. I couldn't have asked for a better predecessor in any way. I'm so grateful to you, Jordan. Thank you very much. And one last thing, Jordan. Here it is.
God. And I didn't write it down because I was focused on the actual comms, but thank you to everyone on Night Watch for welcoming a substitute for a sick Ian and making me feel like part of the crew. That was a ton of fun and real stupid. And
oh, you're in it now.
Yeah. And chat, thanks for forgiving all my swears. I'm real bad at it.
Yeah, man, come on.
Come on, man!
Ah, shit.
Yay!
What are you gonna do? Fire him?
All right. We forgot to thank somebody. You. I mean, like, we've thanked you for the entire run, but we should do it one more time because once again, that is ridiculous. And it's all your fault. So I want you to go to bed tonight and think about what you did. All right? Because you've been bad, but not as bad as Matt. No, I was waiting for some sort of cute sound cue. Come on, Ben, what are you even doing in there?
Nothing. I'm just typing things into the computer. It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Nothing at all.
We never plugged in your computer. We should probably have told him that.
All this praise that you've been giving. Good job, Ben. Like,
boy.
Oh, cool sound effect. Yeah, with the Wii channel. You haven't been doing that for 3 years.
All right. It is time to get everybody in here for the final bust down. It is time to crash this.